Topic introduces the concept of backtesting value at risk VaR models, which is the process of comparing predicted losses from a VaR model with actual trading outcomes. The purpose of backtesting is to evaluate whether a risk model accurately measures market risk exposure over time. A VaR model that consistently underestimates losses may expose a financial institution to unexpected capital shortfalls, while an overly conservative model may unnecessarily restrict trading activity and profitability. Backtesting, therefore, serves as a critical validation tool for both internal risk management and regulatory oversight. The program emphasizes that accurate backtesting strengthens confidence in the reliability and effectiveness of a bank's market risk framework. The primary method of backtesting involves counting VaR exceedances, also called exceptions. An exceedance occurs when the actual trading loss exceeds the predicted VaR threshold for a specified confidence level. For example, under a 99% daily VaR model, approximately 1% of trading days are expected to exceed the VaR estimate. If the number of exceedances differs substantially from expectations, the model may be misspecified or unreliable. The program explains that statistical tests are used to determine whether exceedances occur at an acceptable frequency. Effective backtesting, therefore, requires a sufficiently long sample period, high-quality data, and careful interpretation of market conditions affecting portfolio performance and volatility. Topic also discusses confidence intervals and the statistical precision of VaR estimates. Financial returns often display skewness, fat tails, and volatility clustering, which complicate the use of standard normal assumptions when evaluating VaR accuracy. The program notes that confidence intervals for VaR estimates are not symmetric and become wider during periods of market stress, indicating less precise risk estimates. Non-parametric approaches, such as bootstrapping and order statistics, can be used to estimate distributions of VaR outcomes more effectively. In practice, banks often compare positional VaR models against alternative approaches, such as GRCH-based VaR, to assess relative predictive accuracy and identify weaknesses in model assumptions. Topic also introduces conditional coverage testing, which extends standard exceedance analysis by evaluating both the frequency and independence of VaR violations. A reliable VaR model should not only produce the correct number of exceedances, but should also avoid clustering of violations over time. If exceedances occur in groups during volatile periods, this suggests the model fails to capture changing market conditions adequately. Conditional coverage tests therefore combine unconditional coverage tests, which examine exceedance frequency, with independence tests, which examine the timing of violations. This approach provides a more comprehensive evaluation of model quality and helps institutions determine whether their risk systems respond appropriately to evolving market volatility. The Basel framework establishes formal backtesting rules to ensure banks maintain adequate market risk capital. Under Basel regulations, banks classify their VaR model performance into green, yellow, or red zones based on the number of exceedances observed during a 250-day trading period. Models in the green zone are considered reliable and maintain standard capital multipliers. Yellow zone models indicate moderate deficiencies and may trigger higher capital requirements. Red zone models demonstrate serious weaknesses and lead to substantial regulatory penalties or restrictions. These rules create incentives for banks to develop accurate and robust risk models, while discouraging deliberate underestimation of market risk to reduce regulatory capital obligations. The program concludes that backtesting is an essential component of effective market risk governance rather than merely a regulatory exercise. Successful backtesting frameworks combine quantitative testing, stress testing, benchmarking, and expert judgment to assess model reliability comprehensively. Challenges arise because trading portfolios change frequently, financial markets evolve rapidly, and historical relationships may break down during crises. Consequently, no single VaR methodology is sufficient under all conditions. Risk managers must continually recalibrate models, evaluate assumptions, and incorporate new market information. By integrating conditional coverage analysis and Basel backtesting standards, financial institutions can improve risk measurement accuracy, strengthen capital adequacy, and enhance resilience during periods of financial instability.